Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at FC Kerbeck Buick GMC in Palmyra, New Jersey to check out this pickup truck behind me. This is a brand new 2024 GMC Canyon AT4. The color here is called Solar Flare. So we're going to check out this 24 Canyon, see what it's all about, see if this is the best mid-size pickup truck to buy, even with the release of the new 2024 Tacoma. Let me know in the comments, would you rather have this instead? So let's dig in. Front end of our Canyon with the Solar Flare, the big GMC badge on the front grille, AT4 on the bottom, full LED lighting all the way around in the front, including the fog lamps. We'll move in closer now, give you a good look at the headlight housing, how they separate the daytime running lights from the headlights, but yet the turn signals are on both. I think that's kind of a cool way to set that up. GMC AT4 down below, you got your fog lamps, skid plates, red recovery hooks right up front, looking good. So now as we come around to our wheel and tire setup on this AT4, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, GMC badge on the center cap, standard brake and rotor package. Now, these 18-inch wheels are wrapped in Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 265 on the width, a 65 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. Moving on out, let me know what you think of the Solar Flare. It's a pretty bright color, but it looks pretty cool, I think. But put it in the comments. But we do have flat black around the wheel wells to protect the paint in case you're taking this off-road. Looks good. We're looking at 9.6 inches of ground clearance on the AT4. If you need more, you can go AT4X and get yourself another inch. As we move into our side view mirrors, we are gloss black with 360-degree view cameras. There's the AT4 badge right here. Color match on the front and rear door handle. Left side fuel filler cap. Up top, we got the standard antenna, color matched roof, standard sunroof. The rear end of the Canyon, you got, again, that GMC Canyon spelled out boldly on the tailgate, AT4 down below, the Solar Flare all over the place back here. We have standard lighting in the back of the Canyon. What it might be like to see some LED action in the turn signals. Let me know what you think. And then, of course, if you had the towing package on this vehicle, you could go up to 7,700 pounds of towing on the AT4. This one, the way it's set up, it looks like we're looking at 6,000 pounds of towing in this particular one. But you can go 7,700 pounds in the AT4 Canyon. We are under the hood of this 24 Canyon. And what are we looking at for power plant? Well, we have GMC's 2.7 liter Turbomax inline 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 18 in the city, 22 on the highway, 19 combined. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, do a quick comparison. The 24 Tacoma TRD Sport we saw last week, right? That was a 54 to 55,000 when all said and done. So let's take a look at this one. Base price for the 24 Canyon AT4 Crew Cab 4-wheel drive is 43 grand. After a bunch of options, which we'll go over when we take a look at the window sticker, and then once we add in destination and delivery of $1,595 from GMC's Wentzville, Missouri assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $49,955. So we're about 5 grand cheaper than that Tacoma TRD Sport. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move on in. What we're going to go here is black plastic up top, and it's hard. I would have liked to seen some soft touch up here. Chrome door handle, 2 memory seat settings right here. Down below, we have the nice leather with timber cross stitch. Nice soft armrest, again with the soft cross stitch. And then the timber trim right here, flat black on the switchgear, no power fold mirrors. Down further, we have a smaller door pocket right there, and then something for your water bottle, and then the speakers for the audio system. And we're looking at our foot box, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, but I would like to see some plastic or some rubber on top of the carpet on that dead pedal. It's going to get beat up. Carpeted floor mats are in the back of the vehicle at this time. Now, seating wise, we have power seats with lumbar for the driver and the front passenger, black leather with the timber piping and cross stitch, nice and soft, looks beautiful, feels great. Insert design as well. And then the AT4 embroidered into the side of each front seat. Looks gorgeous, well done. Passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except no memory seat settings. Then we have our dash. We're going to go hard black plastic. Would have been nice to see soft touch. Then we're going to have some smoked chrome around our gloss black finish on the heat and air vent with AT4 right there. Then we have the timber leather with the cross stitch, and then down below, nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, this is what we got. We got an 11.3-inch Google Assistant infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, pinch to zoom, look at that response. Really well done. You got your maps built in, or you can use them through your phone, whatever you want to do. We have our vehicle settings right here. We got a head-up display, and then you can also handle your power windows, cameras, traction control, auto high beams, park assist. Most of this action, front fog lights, most of this action is going to be done within the screen, which I'm not a huge fan of. We can go back. We can go ahead and Bluetooth to phone. Again, nav, music. So you get your Sirius XM, Bluetooth, AM, FM. News, Google News, Alexa, podcasts, a lot of apps in here for that. Then we can go ahead and get into multiple windows if we want to do that. And then we can go down to our general settings where, again, you got your Alexa, Google Assistant. So if you want to like talk to the car, it can help you find out where you need to go. And then one thing I do want to show you though, how do you turn the headlights on? How do you turn the headlights off? Well, there's no switch on the dash. This is one thing I really am not a big fan of. So you have to go in to your controls right here on page 2. And then you see those, but I don't see headlights. You got to hit more controls. Then you got to hit lights, and there's your headlights. Fog lamps on or off. Cargo lights on or off. Auto high beams, headlights on or off or on auto. So all of that, which used to be on a switch at the bottom left of your steering wheel, is now inside of here, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest with you. I would rather see the switches before you have to start going into these 2-3 deep menus to find out what you need. But then you got your off-road action, where you can get your off-road page up. Gives you the steering angle and all that other good jazz. It gives you, you're either in Baja mode, you can go to terrain mode, get another look. There's your tire pressures, over landing mode. So they got all sorts of action going on in here for this off-road look of this AT4. So it is a really nice, easy system to use, but I don't like where they have those lights buried. Now we go to reverse. Nice large backup camera with trajectory and 360-degree view. And you can also change how you want your display to look, or just a bed. So they got a lot of different ways to do this, and it looks good. Or you can just go back and use your traditional look, whatever you want to do. But it's nice and easy, and I like how it is. We'll go back to park, and now we're all set. There's our physical volume knob right there. Now, here's our dual climate right here, which I like. And now we have buttons for 3-stage ventilated seats, 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Here's your HVAC controls right here. You can sync both sides together. There's your push button start, 2 heat and air vents. Down further, that takes all the windows down in one fell swoop if you want to do that. And then you have your engine auto stop start on or off, 4-way hazards, lane keep assist, and then an aux switch that you can hook up additional items to. So that's a nice touch. So now, let me just put the windows back up in case it starts raining. And then underneath that, you got a USB-C, USB-A, and a wireless charging pad. That's kind of got like a camo design on it, which I think is kind of cool. Then you have your gear shift to go through this 8-speed automatic, leather with the timber. I like how they do that. A lot of makers don't put the color from the seat on this. It's normally black in a lot of brands, but I like how they matched it. Nice attention to detail. Here's our drive modes. We'll take a look at those when we go through the dash. And then we have our electronic emergency brake. Down here, 2 cup holders, again with that camo look on the bottom. I think that is a nice touch in here. And then we have our GMC key fob, looking good. Lock, unlock, panic button, remote start, GMC on the back, looking good. And then we have a nice soft armrest with the timber stitching. Open that up. You got an area of removable tray and more storage. And if you can see in there, you got a 12-volt down the bottom. So they got you covered there. GMC steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel, stitching, GMC on the horn button, flat bottom wheel, but I have no problem getting in and out of this Canyon. On the left here, we got our adaptive cruise. On the right side, telephone voice commands, heated steering wheel on or off, and the controls for our digital dash. No paddles. On the left side here, you're going to have your high beams, windshield wipers, and then down below, you can brighten and dim the dash. And this is where I mentioned you normally see your headlight controls and other GMC products, but now you got to go into the screen for those. And then way down below is where you pop the hood, in case you're looking for that action. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so they got you covered there. Now we have an 11-inch infotainment screen, digital instrument cluster, and we'll take a look at our drive modes. And I'm going to go over here to find them because that's where they're going to be. So we have normal, terrain, tow haul, off-road, normal. So there you have it. Looking good. And then when you're done doing that, you can just get rid of it. Now, when you're looking at your instrument cluster, you have different themes you can set up, and I really like this. So we can hit this button right down here, and it'll take you through the themes. Pretty cool stuff, though, I think. Let me know what you think about that action. I think it looks really good, and I love the way this display is set up. Nice and easy. Overhead console, here we go. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains in the center. And then when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting dims out. 50 grand, I think we need to have LED in here. Let me know what you think. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. OnStar. Now to open up our roof, here are the controls for that. But the shade is manual, so you can throw that back. Now we look at our controls, and we go ahead and hit the button. And back it goes. Wind buffeter comes up, and then you can close it on up. Piece of cake. And then this other switch over here, that's going to tilt it. So we do have the tilt function. Close it up with your hand. We're looking at our sun visor with vanity and light. And does it slide? Yes, it does, and it covers all the way. Getting in the crew cab area of the Canyon, I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in. Flat roof, but you're going to have to duck if you're much taller than me at 5'11". But once I'm in, I got enough headroom, shoulder width room, enough knee room, even though it's getting close. We're going to have leather all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And then we have 2 cup holders for our rear seat passengers, heat and air, USB-C, USB-A, and down, way down, we got a home power source. So they got you covered. Rear door panel, same action as the front, looking good. And then our rear seats, 3 across, same leather with the timber, with the insert, nice and comfortable, looking good. Headrest, armrest, nice and soft. 2 more cup holders. So we got 4 cup holders back here. And then we do have a sliding rear window, even though it's a manual window. It does open. You can say hello to people, throw candy to kids, and go down the parades, and then you can close her on back up. So overall, it's pretty comfortable back here. And as you can see from the roof line, I don't know if the camera picks it up, there's a cutout for your head. It gets lower here by the light, and then it cuts up and gets higher in the back, so your head will fit. Getting in the back bed of the Canyon, you come to the back, hit the button, comes right down, nice and slow, piece of cake. 5-foot bed, 1,580 pounds of payload capacity, spray and bed liner, tie downs, looking good, bed lighting up top, looks good. And then we also have home power source in the back as well, so they got you covered there. So nice and easy, and it's already protected in case you want to do some loading and unloading with it. Now on the tailgate itself, as you can see, we got the canyon in the mountains. Looks really cool. I like that little Easter egg. Then we also can measure things on the back. We can use this as a table. Go up to 48 inches here on the back. We also have these unlock and lock levers here where you can lock down or unlock this if you got stuff in here you need to get out to work. So I do like how they have that set up. And once you're done, you put your stuff away. You can close that up, and then you just lock it in, push it down, and lock it in. And then you can lock in the other side. Got to push it down. See if I can do it with one hand. And then you lock it in. Sorry about the shaking. Now once it's locked in, now you can close it up, and it won't fall back open again and let your stuff fall out. That's pretty cool. Canyon window sticker. Let's zoom on in. 24 Canyon AT4 solar flare. Standard equipment, left to right. As you can see right there, you got off-road suspension and auto-locking rear diff, 2-speed transfer case. Now we start getting into the options right here. AT4 premium package, tech package, sunroof package, solar flare paint, bed liner. Total vehicle price $49,955. Fuel economy estimates. Crash ratings. Made by a GMC in Missouri. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we are driving this 24 GMC Canyon AT4 midsize pickup, and I got plenty of visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirror, rear window, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all of that jazz is in the Canyon for safety. I got my LED headlights and fog lamps up front, and then I have my LED taillights out back. Really well damped. It's right now we're in normal, and even with all-terrain tires, it feels very smooth on the road, very composed on the road. No issues at all as far as that goes. This 2.7 liter Turbo Max inline 4, plenty of power at 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. That's more power and torque than we saw in that brand new 24 Tacoma TRD Sport. So that's a plus if you're looking at the Canyon and comparing. You're going to have more power out of this. You're going to have more towing capacity with the tow hookup at 7,700 pounds. So that's good. And the steering now, it's a off-road pickup, right? So it is pretty tight, but it's pretty light. But overall, it feels pretty good. I do love the digital setup on the dash. It's clear as a bell completely. And I got a nice head-up display that I mentioned earlier, where it's telling me how fast I'm going, speed limit on the road. So I do like the fact that we have a HUD in here in this AT4. Now the AT4 trim on the Canyon is one down from the top trim. The top trim being the AT4X. So this has a lot of nice stuff in it, but it's, you know, also under 50, and whether you like it or not, cars and pickup trucks are getting really expensive nowadays. And if you're under 50 and you're almost at the top trim, you're doing well in today's market, I have to tell you. Because that TRD Sport we saw was 54 and change, round up to 55. So we're looking at just about $5,000 less for this one. So the question becomes for you guys, you know, is the Canyon something that you should look at if you're looking in this mid-size pickup truck market? Because right now, as far as 2024s go, you have the Canyon, which is the GMC, right? And then you have the Chevy Colorado, which is the same truck underneath the Chevy brand. And then you have the new 2024 Tacoma and the 2024 Nissan Frontier. Now, all those trucks I just mentioned for 24 have turbo 4s, except for the Frontier, which still has a V6. I didn't mention the Ranger because Ford hasn't gotten the 24 Ranger, which is being redesigned, out for sale yet. God knows what they're doing up in Dearborn. Why that isn't out for sale yet, I have no idea. But they're way late to the pickup truck party because we're entering pickup truck season, and that's why we're checking out a Canyon today. But driving-wise, it's great. Now, I can't take it off-road. I know this is an off-road trim, but I can't take it off-road because this is a brand new vehicle for sale, and I don't want to get it messed up because then they just have to wash it again and they'll get mad at me. But overall, it's really nice. Let's check out our brakes, see how they do. Hands off the wheel, no problem. And now let's take off. Great pickup out of this Turbo Max Inline 4. The 8-speed automatic shifting nice and smooth. No issues there. And then when you get it all up to speed, everything quiets down. It's very smooth. I got a nice square hood on the front of the Canyon. I like that because now I can see my corners. So if I am going off-road and I got issues, I can see my corners of each front. Plus I got the 360 view that I can turn the front camera on so I can see if I'm getting any big logs or rocks up in front of me that I'm going to have to watch out for. So I do like how they've squared that off in the front for visibility, especially off-road. So I do like that quite a bit. And I like the looks. I think this is a well-designed mid-size pickup truck. It looks good out on the road. It looks rugged. It looks beefy. And, you know, it makes a statement. Now, I don't know if I'd get the solar flare paint that's on here, but I wanted to do this one to show you what you can do as far as colors with your GMC Canyon if you so choose. You don't always have to get black, silver, or white on a pickup truck. So I'm trying to do something different with the color. Let me know what you think about the solar flare. Let me know what you think about this Canyon. Is this the kind of action you want to be seen in going down the road, that you want to rock in off-road? Let me know, put it in the comments. Or would you rather go somewhere else of the brands I mentioned earlier with your hard-earned mid-size pickup truck money? Let me know that in the comments as well. But I do want to thank FC Kerbeck Buick GMC here in Palmyra, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this killer 2024 GMC Canyon AT4 for review today. If you're looking for one, I think you should put this on your list to test drive. I want to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.